Here with 2023 offensive lineman Madden Sanker, who just announced his commitment to Louisville. Madden, I guess the question number one everybody wants to know: why Louisville? What made you choose the Cardinals?
Louisville's got a really good program that they're building up. I had other options from schools like Georgia, Michigan State, where they're already really top dogs. I really wanted to jump into Louisville and be a part of that uprising of the program.
How much, I guess, one, did they emphasize that to you during your recruitment, being a part of building something, and two, what is it about that process of building something that appeals to you so much?
They definitely kept talking about it during all the visits and all the phone calls and stuff like that. This class they got going on is going to be the best class in Louisville history. You got the quarterback, Pierce Clarkson, the running back, Reuben Owens. You got a couple other offensive linemen, a couple skill positions in there. It's just going to be one of the best classes in Louisville history. And I think that all of us together as a whole, they really spread it on us that this is the start of something new. Because after us, 24 class is going to be the same way, 25 class is going to be the same way. So I feel like this class is really where it starts for Louisville.
How special is it to you that when you got Louisville, you got Coach Satterfield, they're making the best class in Louisville history, that they've got you circled as an integral part of it? How special is that to you?
I think it was really special to me. It made me feel really important to them, a really big want to them. I feel like Coach Satterfield and Coach Cardwell and all the coaches up there really made it clear that they want me, and they're not going to mess around with it. So that really was important to me.
So when did you know it was Louisville? I know you took an official a couple weeks ago. Was it then? Was it after? Was it before? When did you know it was Louisville?
I think after all the OVs, me and my family came together, and we were just like, yeah, this is the spot. We felt most comfortable at Louisville, and like I said before, we're going to build something really special over there.
What has your relationship been like? I guess one, starting at the top with Coach Satterfield. What has it been like building that relationship? What do you like most about him?
It's been really good from the start. They were my third offer ever, my sophomore year. So Coach Satterfield since then has been one of the coolest coaches I've known. He's a really chill coach. He's not going to get all riled up over some other stuff. But I think the best thing I like about him is that you can talk to him whenever.
Okay. What are some of your favorite conversations you've had with him? I guess maybe about football or maybe even some non-football stuff.
I've been on 2 visits up there. At the end of the visit, we just go in his office and talk. And we talk football, but we also talk other stuff. Like my favorite food, his favorite food, places to eat in Louisville, just stuff like that.
Okay. So how about Coach Cardwell, offensive line coach? I guess same question. What sticks out most about him compared to some of the other offensive line coaches you met through the process?
He's a young guy. He's starting up. So like I said, he's also coming in and helping us build this program to the top, be a top program. But I like him. He's so energetic. You're never going to see him with a frown on his face or never droopy, never dragging through the day. He's always going to be hyped up and in your face.
Yeah, I think I've talked to you before. You've mentioned that energy too. What does that energy look like, I guess, from a recruiting standpoint and from what you've seen of him as a coach? How does that energy sort of manifest itself coaching?
It's wild because I think he recruits the same way he coaches. I see him before games getting all in the crowd, getting everyone wild up, and even in meetings, like he'll play loud music and be off the wall. So I love that about him.
So you mentioned, they've been recruiting you since your sophomore year. You're coming up on your senior year now, a couple of years. What has been the overall message from Louisville through this process that really sold you on, like you said, going to a place that's kind of building now?
Just that. Since my sophomore year, I think they knew that this was going to happen. And then the quarterback, Pierce Clarkson, when he committed, it really took off. So after he committed, he started reaching out to guys. He reached out to me. He reached out to Reuben. He reached out to a whole bunch of guys that made it happen.
What has the recruiting pitch sounded like from Pierce? Quarterbacks are kind of like the Pied Pipers for a lot of these classes. What has that message been like from Pierce?
Really just him talking about the things that we're going to do at Louisville. I know he believes in his talent. I believe in his talent. So we're gonna rally around him, and that he's just been telling us that we're going to make Louisville top programs. Like these people they're going to the Georgias, the Clemsons, the Alabamas. Louisville's going to be up there with those schools.
So when I talked to you after your official, you said a big thing from the coaching staff was Louisville doesn't need to take a backseat to anybody in the ACC. How much, I guess, do you see that, and how much is your class, you think, going to be a part of that?
I completely see it. I know kids that were choosing between multiple ACC schools. I had a couple ACC schools in my thing, and Louisville just in every category beat them in that aspect. So I really believe that they won't take the backseat to anyone. You could have any offer in the world, and I think that Louisville would still be the best choice.
So when you mentioned you knew kind of after your officials, when did you tell the coaches?
As soon as we knew it, as soon as we sat down and we felt like this place was home, we called them up and let them know, and we all celebrated and stuff like that.
What was their reaction like? Again, landing a guy, kind of keeping this huge class going. What was that reaction like, Coach Satterfield, Coach Cardwell, those guys?
They were hyped up. I mean, they know where this class is going, and it all starts up front with the big guys. And they got 2 commits right now, and then I'm the 3rd. So I think that they were really excited to get me as their main interior offensive lineman.
So your recruiting process is kind of shifting now to where you're the recruiter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who are some of these other guys that Louisville's trying to haul in that you're kind of going to turn your attention towards now?
I'm really going to look at some of these kids in the 24 class because I think that they're going to be the second step to making this program great. So there's a whole bunch of great athletes, especially in the state of Georgia, in the 24 class that I'm going to be targeting personally.
So I guess last question, I guess one, are you going to early enroll? Is that the
Yep.
plan? Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
when you get on campus in January, just a few months, what is Madden Sanker bringing to Louisville?
I'm bringing everything I brought to South Point High School. I'm gonna be that aggressive guy. He's not gonna be quiet no matter what. He's gonna be funny in the locker room, nasty on the field, and I'm gonna get after it.
Awesome. Thanks, man.